State Warriors. Like, just the whole final series is bad disrespectful.
It's gonna be an interesting couple of games.
It will be. It will be. Like, today I was listening to Nick Wright and they were talking about, like, how good the Raptors team is and, like, how Kyle Lowry is underrated defensively. Siakam's a beast. Green isn't what he used to be defensively, but he'll still give you effort. Acting like the Warriors haven't been the best playoff basketball team defensively in the last, like, 5-10 years. The Warriors are the reason everybody switches, because the Warriors were the first ones to switch. Like, not first modern team to switch, but first championship team to switch. Do you get what I'm saying? Now everybody wants to, my center can guard my point guard, can guard their point guard. Like, the Warriors started that shit. And you can't do that without Iguodala. Has to be... Bro, how many better defenders is there than Iggy, like, that we've seen? Draymond Green as well, and Klay Thompson. But yet the Warriors aren't a defensive team.
You thought you was Kobe.
It's weird, bro. Like, I don't see what Kyle Lowry is gonna do to anybody. And they keep talking about, like, the regular season game, the 2 regular season games when the Warriors lost. No Curry both games. No Kawhi for the second game. No Cousins for the second game. Durant played them both, but those were both in 2018. And we all know what was going on with the Warriors before the All-Star break, with all the disagreements that was going on.
Yeah, the beef.
Bro, people were crying over who got to bring the ball up to initiate the offense. That's when you know you haven't really got problems. When you want to be the first person to hold the ball in a new possession, that's when you know there's no real issues. Do you know what I mean? That's when you're just nitpicking. But
the Warriors kind of went through quick with that whole beef thing. Like, it happened and then it kind of went away.
I heard that basically Steph Curry was instrumental. So he basically spoke to Draymond one-on-one, spoke to Durant one-on-one, was kind of like the middleman going back and forth, sat down with both of them.
As he should.
Then went to, team captain, of course. Then he went to the GMs and everyone in the office and sat down with them. Then he brought them all together. And then that's how it got squashed.
Shout out to Steph, man. That's sick.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And then it's good as well because I think Steph, I think he sorted out the problem, but I feel like he told some home truths. Because if you look at Draymond, the way Draymond reacted to it, it looked like Draymond was overweight. He looked not really bothered. His beard wasn't even shaped up. Do you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, post All-Star break, he's lost like 30 pounds. He's back to like the first Draymond we saw when Golden State were going for their first chip.
Because truth really helps solve problems, man.
Yeah, for real.
If you keep like bullshitting each other.
No, yeah, exactly.
And if it's not like a sincere kind of peace, attempt, then it ain't gonna work. Shout out to Steph, man, for doing that. Nah, Warriors are a fucking... It's a beast, man. It's a machine, but... What's crazy about Raptors, I was reading some stats today. So Kawhi has most playoff games with 35 plus points.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because he's been there for a year. Lowry's been there for 7. DeRozan has been there for 9. And none of them have achieved what he's achieved in 1 year.
Do you know what, though? The caveat for that is LeBron James made the Raptors, like, his bitch. Like, it was a psychological thing. Because they're, like, even the best Raptor sides, when they would come up against the Cavs, Kyrie and LeBron, even LeBron on his own, bro, when Kyrie left, they still couldn't deal with him. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just, I feel like that speaks to the greatness of LeBron more than it speaks to the shitness of
with the
DeRozan
Lakers and the shit season that they've had. LeBron is still getting 25 plus in every game.
Exactly.
So it's like no one can deal with LeBron. He's on a shitty team and nobody can still deal with LeBron.
Bro, the only reason the Warriors were able to deal with LeBron is because we could throw 3 bodies at him and then he'd have to defend the best guy.
And he had no one else to help him.
No help apart from that Dellavedova. And what's he like? After Dellavedova like roughs up Curry for a game or two, then we all know Curry started doing the signature, like his handles started coming out, step back threes started coming out. And then as soon as he hit a
The
couple,
mouth guard started hanging out the mouth.
Exactly. You know when you see the between the legs and then behind the back, you know it's a wrap. When he starts doing that freely and the mouth guard's hanging out of his mouth, it's a wrap.
Yo, do you remember that play by LeBron? I think back when he was on Cavs, behind the back, through Tristan Thompson's legs
Yeah.
to the rim.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. And it was crazy because it
That
was
was-
moving legs. It wasn't like the defender was set. It was like side profile, and yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was
retarded.
crazy.
Retarded. Probably the best play that year.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. But I just don't see all the stuff that people say defensively about the Raptors is cute, but when it's all said and done, the Warriors lost to one of the to arguably the greatest player ever in terms of finals. Yeah, they lost to the greatest player ever, who had the greatest finals run ever seen. Better than anything MJ's done or Magic's done, anyone's done. That's what everyone says about the 3-1 comeback. That's
And then
when.
obviously LeBron is the top scoring player in the playoffs ever.
So to discount that and act like the Warriors are going to be in trouble because of no matter how good Kawhi could be the best two-way player in the game, which he is. It doesn't matter. It really because you got to remember Draymond's a top 10 two-way player. He may not get the points, but he's probably one of the best passing forwards in the league. And defensively, you know what time it is when Draymond wants to lock someone up. Same goes with Clay. And even though Iggy's old, he's shown in these playoffs he can still give you that throwback Iggy moment. Do you know what I mean? He can still go back to the Finals MVP, the guy that completely locked down LeBron, even though LeBron has still averaged like 30 odd points. I could see the Raptors going up 2-0.
Yeah, I think. Sorry to cut you off.
No worries. no worries.
I don't think they're gonna start off winning.
Who?
Actually, what Raptors?
But the first two games are at
Yeah, I feel like the
Toronto.
first one might be surprising, and then the second one they'll recoup.
I
don't know, but I don't know.
Warriors in 6.
Definitely not a sweep. Yeah.
Warriors in 6 for me.
See, I think inside, I think that Warriors are gonna win, but I always root for the weaker team. No, whoa.
Bro, that's how I
Let me
started
not say
supporting
weaker, I
the-
just always root for the underdog.
That's
Whether
how I
it's
started
boxing,
supporting the Warriors.
Anywhere, I always root for the underdog.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to root for, and I fuck with Kawhi.
Yeah,
And
100.
fuck
I
with
love Kawhi.
So
man.
I want him to flourish. But I'm not really biased with the teams.
Yeah.
But I think 60-40 kind of to Toronto maybe a bit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great finals. So what, it starts Friday, right?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I just see Warriors in 6 because it's just it does. Anyone's gonna struggle to deal with that amount of quality, and then I heard Chris Carter say today, oh, it's gonna be interesting to see how Steph Curry deals with getting double teamed and not having to give up the ball. Steph Curry is most dangerous when he doesn't have the ball. When Steph Curry is running through every big man, making people run into each other.
It's like Messi.
Exactly. He's most dangerous when he's not involved. So for you to say, okay, double team him, that's cute. Then what are you going to do? Draymond's going to average a triple-double because he's going to get all the assists in the world. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting. But I see the Raptors coming out strong. First 2 games, especially in Toronto. I could see it going back to the Bay 2-0. And then the Warriors just destroying them
doing
third
what
game.
Raptors did to Bucks.
Yeah, and then by the 4th game, Durant starts. 5th game, Cousins is in the rotation,
Yeah.
or vice versa,
See,
some shit like that.
Fourth game, I could see Durant starting. I know he's missing game 1 officially, but
Yeah.
I think he's definitely missing
And-
like the first half.
And even Boogie's fit. No, Boogie's not injured anymore, but he just hasn't got the conditioning. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just see it by the 4th, 5th, 6th game, the Warriors have Boogie and Durant running the second unit, essentially. What are you meant to do? What, you're telling me Kawhi's gonna go from running after Klay Thompson everywhere to having to guard Durant on the post and then try and block Boogie inside? Come on, man.
We got my man Van Vliet.
Oh my God, he's hit like 14 out of 17 threes. Yeah, that's cute. Every season, Curry breaks his old 3-point record from the last season. Like, I get you need to have a conversation about things, but you should really be putting respect on names. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but respect has been applied.
And then even talking about Curry's legacy. Oh, will his legacy be complete, fulfilled? Bro, what? If Curry stopped playing basketball now, he's going down as a top 5 point guard ever, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And that's without him owning any of the 3-point records that are going to be his in a few years' time.
Kawhi's first championship, though, he stopped
Miami Heat.
from getting the three-peat.
Yeah.
So
But
maybe Kawhi's a good
that
three-peat stopper.
That Miami Heat side didn't have the cohesion that Golden State do.
Yeah, I don't think it did either.
No.
Great players, but not a great... Well, a
isn't-
great team, but not like an exceptional team.
Like, it's weird to find a team that complements each other as well as the Warriors do. And I can't remember who the guy... Someone got injured, basically, in Draymond Green's position. And then Steve Kerr was like, fuck it, we'll run with Draymond until the guy's fit. Draymond played so well. This is the year that they won their first chip. Draymond played so well that when the guy was fit again, it's like, bro, you're going to have to sit on the bench.
Yeah, prove
So
yourself,
then
mate.
not even prove yourself, like you're not getting back into this team.
Ever.
We've just discovered who Draymond Green is type shit.
Phoenix Suns is calling.
No, not even. He ended up being 7th or 8th in the Warriors rotation, which made their team even better. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. The cohesion of the Warriors is it's like Guardiola's Barcelona. It really is. Kawhi could be Ronaldo, but I don't see the best, like, Steph and Clay, best backcourt ever. It's going to take more than a good defense to stop that team. That's the way I feel about it.
Nah, I agree. I mean, we could potentially see a miracle because they do happen in sports from time to time.
Of course.
As it stands, I would have to agree with you. Although I don't want to admit it, but I have to.
The worst thing that happened for basketball was LeBron coming back and beating the Warriors. Because now they know, like I'm sure you saw how they were moving the season after when people were saying, oh, so you're going to go for the record again. That's when the Warriors started saying, we want rings. Fuck all these records. You lot gassed us up and made us think records were the one. You, man, made us think all these regular season shit matters. All these MVPs matter. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, rings are the only things that matter. And that's what losing to LeBron made them realize when Draymond Green was crying on the phone to Durant in the car park. Like, that's what they realized. That was the worst thing that could have happened because it refocused their mind. Because if the Warriors beat the Cavs, the Warriors don't get Durant, and the Warriors probably don't go on this crazy run of winning, of getting to the finals like they have. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would have been very different.
Because there's no adversity. They haven't got all the way there just to lose.
KD would have went to Cavs.
That series that they had against the OKC was crazy. That 7-game shit where Klay Thompson literally they came back from 3-1 against the Cavs. And then it's weird. As soon as they come back from 3-1, they allow the Cavs to come back from 3-1 against them in the finals. It's crazy, but I'll never forget that. When Curry came up the court, I think it was in overtime, and he took a shot from like 37 feet. And you could see the whole OKC bench shouting, I think it was Robertson, like, bro, get the fuck out to Curry. Bro, he took 2 dribbles over half court. Swish. Game over. And you can just hear Jeff Van Gundy going, bang, bang.
And
Curry.
if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. Sponsored by KFC.
But yeah, man, I think, but it goes back, what I was saying to you about the East, I think the East has now been decided. As long as Kawhi stays, I think the Raptors won't win it this year. Next year it's theirs. If Kawhi stays, it's theirs.
I've been hearing some speculation. It's very kind of premature.
Yeah.
But that Kyrie can be going to the Lakers.
Yeah, I've heard that Kyrie and LeBron have been talking. I also heard that the Lakers want Bradley Beal. But the Lakers want Bradley Beal, but the Wizards want Lonzo Ball back. But obviously LeBron is now actively mentoring Lonzo. He wasn't really before, but he like now they're together a lot. He's really taken him under his wing. So I'm not sure I can see that happening. I'm not sure I can see Kyrie coming back unless Kyrie. Because how are you meant to touch the ball? Because it's not like you're good at assisting. You're not a very good point guard. If he went to the Lakers, he'd be the third or fourth best distributor of the ball.
But that's not the popular opinion.
But it's true though. If you think about it, LeBron is a better distributor than Kyrie.
I mean, Kyrie and LeBron in
Lonzo,
Cavs,
yeah.
the first year, I mean, I don't know if there was any fault in their game. Do you know what I mean?
No, but all I'm saying is Kyrie's a buckets guy. Kyrie's going to get you buckets, Kobe. Kyrie is basically a shooting guard, but he's the height of a point guard. That's what I'm basically trying to say. And if his distribution isn't... Because you need a top-level distributor at point guard to win championships. Said, done already. The Cavs did it because LeBron is like fucking Magic Johnson, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? But then you look what he did on the Celtics. Look how good the Celtics did without Kyrie when they had somebody who could dish the ball out and get everybody involved.
Kyrie's like Ronaldo.
Exactly. It's that Mamba mentality. And yeah, that's all well and good if you just want to be on the stage with an MVP trophy every year with your team behind you, but people are trying to collect rings and exclusive hats. Do you know what I'm saying?
That can later be resold when players go into bankruptcy.
Exactly, because I know you've seen that the cloudy Chicago Bulls 1996 one. Have you seen that? The hat is literally like the color of the clouds. It's like clouds all the way around, and then with the Chicago Bulls logo. And then underneath it says 1996 champions.
Yeah,
It
I've probably seen
looks
it.
so wavy.
Probably seen it on Jordan.
That's what we're going to be talking about in 10 years with all the Warrior joints. Do you know what I'm saying?
I saw LeBron's Instagram yesterday. He was having dinner with a few, I think it was a few friends, and then it was Tristan Thompson, CP3, and Brody.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah, we're all friends. Recruitment. Recruitment.
But, bro,
fam, Kawhi, just fuck the positions, fam.
Lakers
put Kawhi, Braun, Westbrook. I mean, I wouldn't put Tristan Thompson there, but
no, the man that got out rebounded in the finals by Steph Curry. Oh my god. Oh yeah, by the way,
has good games though.
Yeah, no, of course. Sorry to go back to the Raptors Warriors. There's no way anyone can call Steph Curry a defensive liability now. He is more of an offensive liability with his turnovers and wild shots than he is on the defensive end. Of course, you can isolate him because he's the weakest link in a fantastic defensive side, but you can't call him, do you get what I mean? You can't say he has an inability to defend. But yeah, shit, where were we before? I got
talking about LeBron recruiting.
Okay. The Lakers need a miracle, man. The Lakers really, really, really need a miracle.
They just need a good team. Who did they...
No, bro, because look who else is
they
in
got the fourth draft, right?
Bro, fourth pick. But look who else is in the West. And look who else these guys didn't have and they still got where they got to. And then look at the guys who are coming up as well.
No, 100%.
I feel like it's going to be really, really difficult for the Lakers to make a dent unless they get 2 All-Stars.
I think they need a brand new team, maybe. I'm not even hating on the players that they have, but they just need... Because they have a completely whole new team structure. I feel like if you do that, you just need a completely brand new team. But fuck it, center it around LeBron. Because it'd be pointless to trade LeBron away. And I've heard some rumors that, what if they trade LeBron?
I'd be trying to build a team. I wouldn't be trying to go for AD. I'd be trying to go for the lower ranking guy. I'd be trying to grab a Kemba Walker's, Bradley Bills, even a Vucevic. I'd actually be trying to build.
Kemba Walker isn't even that low. I mean,
no, but he's not top tier. If you look at the free agent list, he's not Clay, he's not Kawhi.
Yeah, but also Lakers have to be realistic with who they're getting, and I think for Lakers, Kemba would be a top pick.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Over Kyrie?
Yeah, but let's be. Kyrie's not going to
Over
the
the
Lakers.
okay, would he be a top pick over the other guards in the discussion? Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Who are the other guards? I remember we discussed this, but my memory's fucked.
So off the top of my memory, I've got Clay, Kyrie, Kemba, Bradley Beal. Let me see.
I would get Beal. He seems unhappy in Washington, man.
Jimmy Butler, even though Butler's he's got a player option, but small forward, shooting guard, but more so shooting guard. He's not. Kemba's not up there if you because this
I like
is
Butler.
bro. Imagine if you went and you got this is your summer. Imagine the Lakers. So they probably need about 3 of the top 20 free agents, right? So imagine you get a Jimmy Butler. You get a Tobias Harris. Then you got guys like Brogdon, Al Horford, Bogdanovic. Bro, they got rid of Randall. They should have fucking kept Randall. You got Brook Lopez, JJ Redick, Marc Gasol, DeAndre Jordan. There's basically guys that you... But the problem is their fans are going to demand for them to get big names. It's not like in football where you can convince... Where you can actively show your supporters that you're trying to build a team. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't in NBA. You have to build a team before you convince them you're trying to build a team.
Yeah,
Do you know
it's
what
a
I
different
mean?
dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like they almost have to go backwards, where they have to get role players first, and then when the All-Star break comes, when that next set of trades are allowed to happen, then you look at where you are. Hopefully, you're 6th to 10th or 5th to 8th in the West, because top 8 go to playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully you're 5th to 8th, and then you can look again and then see who you can trade for. But I feel like they have to build a foundation before they can go and get all the shiny bits.
I think if they manage to do that successfully next year, I think they might end up 4th in the division.
Are you serious? In the Western Conference?
Yeah, 4th or 5th, man. 4th or 5th. That's my prediction. Trust me.
Really?
Yeah. I know it's a wild one.
You got a lot of faith in them, man.
I don't care. That's just my prediction.
Do you want to know how the West finished this year? Just so you can.
I vaguely remember it.
So obviously Warriors.
Yeah.
Then the Nuggets, Trailblazers, Rockets, Jazz, Thunder, Spurs, Clippers. That's the guys who went to the playoffs.
Yeah, Clippers, Jazz, Nuggets aren't getting there next year.
Do you know how good the Jazz are?
Yeah, did you see what happened?
Oh, man. Against who? Who did the Jazz get? Oh, the comeback with the Trailblazers, right? Or was that the Nuggets? And this is the other thing. A lot of guys were missing personnel. Trailblazers were.
A lot.
Nuggets were.
Raptors are.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check the season.
I can't lie to you. Obviously, the Rockets butt fucked. I just remember as soon as I saw Ricky Rubio in their squad list.
The
But
way
bro,
Ricky Rubio
I'm
was
sorry,
guarding
man.
Harden is a
Bro,
bit
you need
strange.
to that's how I
The
remember
way
they got
he,
fucked up.
the way he,
It's because
from
of the
back,
step back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
He saw that it's
bro.
not working, and he still kept doing it though.
Bro, the Jazz talking Spider, Donovan Mitchell, don't do that. Regular season Ricky Rubio, yeah. Less because Ricky Rubio is good, but playoffs he just gets every time he's in the playoffs, he meets James Harden and James Harden suns him. It's like an ongoing relationship. It's like Chris Paul and Steph Curry. Do you know what I'm saying? Every time they see each other, Steph Curry embarrasses him. But bro, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Joe Ingles, who's a top 5 3-point shooter this year. Come on, man. Jay Crowder balled out this year as well, leaving Cleveland after the terrible shit that went on there last year.
No, I'm telling you, Lakers 5th. I'm on the table right now. If they rebuild the team, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said before. If they manage to do this, they'll 5th.
So who would you be trying your hardest to identify? You've made it quite clear. So if you're not getting KD, right? KD's not gonna go team up with LeBron.
You say you like I'm a Laker.
No, I'm just saying we. Sorry. So
I'm joking.
so the Lakers aren't gonna get KD. We can rule that one out. Yeah, they're not gonna get Kawhi. And so then you start going Kyrie, Kemba Walker. They're not gonna get Clay.
They're not gonna get Clay.
Especially since Clay didn't get into the first not All-Star NBA teams.
Yeah,
all
nothing.
all NBA
All
teams.
NBA teams.
So the Warriors don't have to offer him a max. So they save 30 mil. Yeah. So Kyrie, Kemba, Jimmy Butler. You're not gonna get KP, obviously. Tobias Harris isn't exciting. Chris Middleton isn't exciting.
Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal. They're alright, man. They would, especially if they manage to get Jimmy Butler, man. I feel like he would gel with the team quite well, though.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler would be my pick if I had to pick anyone. But see, with Jimmy Butler, he can have a couple of games where he's just gonna score like 6 points.
And then see the other thing that's bad. You'd have to offer Kemba the Supermax because he can get 150 mil at the Hornets. It's fucked. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bit mad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Butler's looking for a max as well. I would sign one star. Jimmy Butler would probably be the best guy for the dressing room. He would help LeBron get all these young guys like serious. Because LeBron will have somebody else. Instead of LeBron being the father, LeBron will at least have like an eldest son there who he can use to. Do you understand what I mean? Like impart wisdom.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler then just fill it with role players, 3-and-D guys, sick rebounders, energy bunnies.
Bro,
do you know what I'm
Caruso's
saying?
gonna have a good season if they fucking keep him.
It's gonna be interesting to see with the Lakers, but I don't know. I feel like they need to completely restructure everything.
That's what I'm saying. And if they do it, then I believe they can be fifth. If they don't, they might be further down than 10th.
So you think, even though so the Mavs basically tanked this year, right? You don't.
But Kristaps gonna be back.
Yeah, with Luka, you know. Phoenix another year older. I'm saying, bro, it's not easy, bro.
I don't have hope for Phoenix.
Really?
Or Grizzlies.
Bro, I don't know. Aiton and
Kings.
Is Aiton at the Kings?
No, I'm
No,
just saying I was continuing the list of who I don't believe in.
I don't know, man. When you've got a guy who scored 70 points as a second-year rookie, and then you've got DeAndre Ayton
And still lost.
at the bro, I know, but fair enough. Like, they're getting another year. Oh, I'm talking about teams in the way of the Lakers getting into the postseason.
Nah,
Clippers as well. Obviously, like, it'd take a miracle for the Suns. Clippers, bro. Clippers have cap space too, though. This is the problem. Clippers might end up with Kawhi. Warriors winning 4 or 5. Kawhi is definitely gonna leave. Where's he gonna go? He's not gonna wanna stay with another superstar.
Oh yeah, no, of course. If Warriors winning 4, he might as well go to the Suns, fam.
Or if it's like a 5-game, if it's like an embarrassing, if he literally has to carry them, and they lose, regardless of whether it's 4, 5, 6, or 7 games, I think he'll leave. If it's like literally him doing all of the heavy lifting.
If they win the championship, is he staying?
Yeah. And then it gets really scary. Then it gets really, really scary. Because if you can take that bigger risk and it pay off, you could trade, anyone can get traded. And you can just flip to get another piece. You could probably make space for a free agent. After KD, LeBron, and all these other guys that have gone to join up with other superstars, anyone on that list of that top 10 could, in theory, go play with Kawhi. Imagine Jimmy Butler going up to Toronto. Or you get rid of Lowry and you get in Kemba. Like the superstars who are superstar. No, they're stars, but they don't want to like run a team. So not the Kyries of the world or the KDs.
Where would Lowry go?
Somewhere else. 76ers. That's where Butler's coming from. Or 76ers, I guess.
Um, yeah, 76ers. Ben Simmons, man.
Oh yeah, we should look at the Heat. But again, I don't. What I will say is I don't. But to finish up on the Western Conference, I don't see it changing too much. I could see 2 or 3 teams switching out. Spurs won't be there next year. It will take a huge effort for the Thunder to be there next year.
Clippers, man, I'm telling you, unless they get more players.
The one thing that's safe to say, the top 4 are in the playoffs next year. That's the way I see it. Nuggets 100. Denver showed that they're a proper team, a team to be feared. Even though Portland came back the way they did, they still showed that we're a young outfit, but we're still serious. I see that top 4 being there. Rockets as well, Trailblazers. They're gonna.
Rockets were Trailblazers potentially. Nugget. I don't know, man. I don't believe in Nuggets.
You don't believe in the Nuggets?
Nah, I just don't. For some reason, I don't have a reason for it. I don't know. I just don't like the logo.
I don't know. I'm looking at their team, and
Let me check the squad.
it's tidy, bro. They've got a tidy side, tidy, and Jokic is only gonna get better. Jamal Murray is a baller. Isaiah Thomas, regular season G.
Yeah, he has to come back.
So you know that Jamal Murray is going to be ready for the playoffs when your backup point guard is Isaiah Thomas.
They got my man Juan Hernan Gomez.
Bro, I
Come
feel like
on.
they've got a decent squad. Michael Porter
Brandon
Jr.
Goodwin.
That's the biggest. Do you know about Porter Jr.?
Wait.
Michael
Porter Jr.
Yeah, Australian kid, reminiscent of KD basically. He got drafted last year or the year before, but he hasn't played yet because of injuries.
Yeah, something happened to his foot.
Yeah, but he's a beast. If he comes into the fold and he hits the ground running.
He's not Australian though.
Pardon, is he not? I thought he was Australian.
American.
Okay, if he hits the ground running, then it's a wrap. But yeah, those top 4, I definitely see them being there next year, and then it's gonna be a crazy race to see who fills up the other 4 spots.
Lakers at 5. I think OKC will be there at like 7.
I think tides are changing. Westbrook has to there's better. The problem is now there's better backcourts than OKC. Spurs are definitely gone. That's not even a question. Spurs got in there off experience alone this year. They're not coming back next year. But yeah, moving to the East. The East is weird because I only know 5 teams.
How did Nets get into the playoffs this
Because
year?
they've got a good squad, bro. Because D'Angelo Russell was playing all-star level basketball.
Russell, yeah. So, Pistons, questionable. They obviously got swept as well. Yeah, I mean, Heat, Hornets, especially if Kemba leaves. Wizards, if Beal leaves. And John Wall. John Wall? Is that his name? Paul Wall. No, Paul Wall's the rapper. John Wall. Fuck me. John Wall, obviously injured. When is he coming back?
I think everyone in Washington would prefer he didn't. I can't lie. How is your best player? It's kind of like an Alexis Sanchez thing.
Yeah.
At Arsenal, not at Man United. So he's clearly our best player, but he's clearly hurting the team so much.
Yeah, I mean, Knicks, that's a whole restructuring thing.
Yeah.
Cavaliers, they have good youngsters, but they got Sedi Osman. They got
Oh, you know what we should
Colin. What's his name?
So who got the number 1 pick?
Don't remember.
Grizzlies. Yeah.
No, New Orleans.
Yeah. So okay. So in the East, And then it went New Orleans. Who got second pick? Let me check.
I'm just on the Eastern Conference table.
Yeah, same.
Magic at 7. Heat's best bet of going into the playoffs is signing D Wade for another year.
Or hoping Zion goes to like play overseas. Zaire goes to play overseas, and then they get him in a couple years from China.
Something like that.
Oh,
But then he won't be eligible because he's gonna get paid in China or some shit like that.
No, that's only college. NBA is fine. If he that's why Melo's going to play a year abroad so he can enter the league straight away. Let me see.
Yeah, Eastern is a bit weird. I mean, Giannis, Bucks, yep. Raptors, yep. 76ers, probably. Celtics, yeah. Pacers, nah. Nets, at this pace, yep, probably.
So the teams. Okay, just for your information, the teams that are in the East that have got chances of landing big free agents: the Nets, the Knicks, and the Celtics are the teams that everybody seems to be talking about in terms of they're the guys with cap space or whatever, or picks, or they're the ones that are going to be able to attract big guys. So take that into the Knicks. The Knicks need a miracle, bro. And that miracle isn't going to be RJ Barrett or whoever they get.
Yeah, Knicks do need a miracle. So do a lot of these teams. Bulls as well. Hawks as well. Wizards as well.
The Bulls have got a good young side, though. Zach Levine's definitely come into his own.
They got the kid that I always talk about and that I always forget his name. The kid that plays like D Rose.
Oh yeah.
Him. Very sorry for forgetting his name again. Something Junior, I think.
But then, bro, the Nets are gonna be a team to watch.
Yeah,
Imagine you add KD to the Nets. Imagine Kyrie goes to the Knicks. That would be crazy. That rivalry. Because I was listening as well. This is kind of true, right? In New York, everybody knows. I guess it's kind of like in Manchester. Everyone knows Manchester United are really the real deal. Like, they're the team. The Knicks are really the team. But because Man United aren't doing bits, and because the Knicks aren't doing bits,
yep.
to everybody else outside, there's not that much of a difference. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can still, and the Knicks have been attractive to watch. Do you know what I mean? They've got some good results against some big clubs, like in the regular season anyway. And I think they did all right in the playoffs, like second round, I think, or semis, right?
Nets.
Yeah.
Nets lost to 76ers in 4-1.
I can see them just getting overpowered by that 76ers side, which is why a guy like KD because you're not going to get bullied by Joel Embiid as much when you've got KD. Not KD defensively, but it's just a level up because they really haven't got a big who's as good as their backcourt. If you go like Jared Dudley's dead. He was doing bare smack talking to a 76ers guy. Oh, it was Joel Embiid. And then obviously this was all before Embiid started crying and shit.
Yeah, Kawhi made him cry. Giannis as well. Bro, I wonder if Kawhi's gonna make someone cry after Golden State. Just see Steph crying. Fuck this shit.
Cleveland actually got the 5th pick. Okay. Boston somehow got a 14th pick. That is an actual joke. They got 14 and the 20th pick and the 22nd pick. Do you know what type of guys you find there, bro? That's where Kawhi got picked. That's where the Draymonds get picked. Do you go like? And to think they've got three
underdogs.
They've got 3 chances, 14, 20, and 22 in the first round, to add to what they've already got right now.
Yeah,
that's a scary prospect because you could trade 2 of those picks in theory and get a role player, and then keep one of those picks and really like scout or focus on getting one or two guys out, depending depending where they land. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot to play with. That's quite scary. Atlanta have got the 8th pick and the 10th pick.
Who?
Atlanta,
Oh.
the Hawks.
That's actually
It's
not bad.
interesting when you think of it like that.
Yeah.
But see, me, I don't think. I think because we've got football brains, we look at things. I think we look at things like more pragmatically, whereas NBA, they're more prone to the shiny things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they look, yeah, they're more prone to. Ooh, that looks. Ooh, what's that?
NBA is more of like, when you watch NBA, you realize that it's a business. When you watch football, you kind of like, this is like sport first, business second.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not dissing anyone, any player in the NBA, but I feel NBA just feels like a corporation first that has sports.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, as a facet to it, rather than I get you.
And like, all the main names of the owners, of the general managers, everyone. In football, you know the names of the coach and you know the names of the players. You probably will not know the name of the American owner who owns Man United unless you're the fan of Man United.
Exactly. exactly.
Which is a bit crazy.
Yeah,
but
for real.
that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Check your phone. Yeah. I think NBA is next season is gonna be interesting. I remember yesterday we were talking about creating a league, like a Champions League,
Yeah.
basically for to combine NBA and EuroLeague, which would be sick, because then you'd see players going from every team to a different team. But obviously the schedule would be retarded, so I don't think we're implementing that idea into life.